Right.
Hello.
Hello, evening. How are you doing?
I'm not too bad. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So I did start the stream, but I'm giving people always a little bit more time so they can
Yeah.
join. Oh, hello. Toad is already in the stream. Wonderful for you to join us. This is going to be awesome. I know it. Ah, will say I've taken the time and set up a little bit of essential housing tools.
Ooh.
That thing is a beast.
It is. There's a lot there.
So much. It's wow.
Have you had a chance to look at the housing hub part of it yet?
I have. I actually also added my stream information.
Oh, nice. It's a lot of fun. I've spent many hours just browsing the open houses and jumping from one to another, seeing what people have done.
Yeah, so many and huge numbers of houses in uncategorized, and then there's like tons of categories. I'm just wow, this is a
It's a
lot.
great way for finding ideas if you've got a certain idea in mind and you're like, oh, I want to do a Christmas house, and you just look at the category. And there are loads of people that have done the same thing.
Yeah, I actually did visit one house that had a little bit of a theme in that, and it was really beautifully done too. Was that a Crips stream? See, I've done too many streams already. I don't remember. I'm so sorry, everyone, if I'm disappointing you. Let me switch the scene. You're not going to see much besides me just yet. Yeah, interesting. It's like very powerful tool, and all the different effects, and wow.
Yeah, there's some crazy things you can do with the effects.
Yeah, and not only those, but there's seriously a lot of stuff going on with that one. Just very powerful. You know, I actually I don't think that I need to have you invited into a group unless you want me to be invited, or you want me to.
Doesn't matter. Up to you.
Okay.
You are on the permissions list for all my houses, so you should be able to visit them all, hopefully.
Yeah, should all be good. Well, this is going to be so exciting. I've been dying to get more people on here and ask questions.
Yeah, it's great to have for the guilds. Because I think housing, we haven't had too many events related to it last year, so it's nice that we've got some more social activities for the housing community.
Yeah, happy to do that. Really kind of just gotten thrown into it. Yeah. Oh, hello, Cathonia. Familiar faces in the chat. Very nice to see you all. Well, we could already start with a question. How did you actually get into housing?
Right, so I came from the single-player Elder Scrolls games into ESO, and hadn't really played too many MMOs before, but I wanted to play it because it was Elder Scrolls. So in the single-player games, housing is probably what I spend most of my time doing.
Oh,
It's, especially with Skyrim, it's you go away to a dungeon, you get a bunch of things, you come back to your house, and you put them on display and store everything away. So coming into ESO, it's like I wanted to have a house to retire to after whatever activities you're doing. When I first started playing, obviously didn't have any money, didn't have any idea how any of it worked, and this was back before housing wasn't very robust. It was like 2019, so there wasn't really as much you could do with it. So I think back then my first house was Grimhearth's Woe in Windhelm, and it was very sparse. There was like a table and a loaf of bread on it and a few twigs in the fireplace, and that was about it.
love it. I love it.
So I took about a sort of 4-year break, and then coming back, it was just about the time that Hi Hello Holds was showing up in the Crown store. So I kept on umming and erring and thought, oh, fine, I'll get it. So that's the first house I'll be showcasing, which is basically the first one I did up properly.
Oh, well.
And it's also the one I live in.
I'm going to go there right now. This is fantastic. I also really like that that introduction, that it is a real hub, that you're going back home to, putting things up. Why, hello. Oop. Yes, well. Wow. Look, everyone. I do know that at least one person is really, really excited or would love to get their hands onto this house. You know, let me sign in. Yes. Wow. So, is there, besides this being this house to return to after all the adventuring and all the dungeons and all the delves, is there more story to it?
Yeah, so it's because it's the house that I use primarily. I needed to sort of balance the two. It needs to be practical, which is why you've got a bunch of chests down here right by the entrance. Mm-hmm. But it's also, I tried to tell a story with it because it's the house for my main character. So this guy here, he's a Nord vampire, but he likes to live it up in high society and pretend he's just one of the rich and famous. So the house sort of has two sides. You've got the illusion, the front, which is where you're standing in now, where it just looks like a normal rich person's house.
Yes.
There's a few trophies from his adventures because he's a well-known adventurer, but there's nothing too weird or nothing to give away his hidden side, the fact that he's a vampire and the other things he gets involved in. So there's a second part to the house, which we'll see in a bit, which is a bit more private.
Actually, I really like that you put oh, yeah, I was actually asking or wondering how that you actually did put something up here. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, we get a little glimpse here of the other side of his.
A little secret shrine there.
Yeah. Very nice. Bit hidden away, but then also not, because you could just walk in if you know the house a little bit. But it's not like something that would put you off right away. Seeing things that were a little bit more on the other side.
Worst stuff is locked up.
Oh, obviously, banquets or feasts can be held here, everyone. If you want to come and join Edward for a nice feast here, you can come. I'm hoping. Can people? Okay. Can people visit? I always ask this because sometimes people really want to explore this. And I know, for instance, Lily has said that she would love to get her hands onto this house.
All right. Yeah. So this one is my primary residence at the moment, and it's open to anyone that's in the Rose Guilds.
Oh, hear that? If you're not in the Rose Guilds, join.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it looks very, very lush, very normal, a little bit high society-like.
That's the idea. So this area is a bit more practical. As you can see, it's just a crafting area for me right by the door.
Yeah, makes sense.
But I've tried to give it a bit of decoration as well. You've got Parari down here with his bed. There's a tiny little kitchen.
Oh. And of course you have to have some trophies from all the adventuring.
Yeah, exactly.
Why, hello there. I love her. She's so cute. Ooh, and something to read too. Oh, bit saucy. Kitchen
Very,
area.
very tiny kitchen.
Well, doesn't you don't have to have like a huge kitchen to create a wonderful meal.
Nope. But that is one problem with this house, is it's very big. So 700 furnishings.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like enough.
It doesn't. This is a recurring theme, so if anyone from Zaws is ever going to see this, please up it.
Yep.
Up the limit. We need more slots. Subtle lighting in here. Oh, library.
Yes, this is just sort of a relaxing library area, so lighting's a bit dimmer.
It's perfect. Wonderful. Uh-huh. Maybe a little hint. Werewolf?
Maybe.
Maybe. This is also a really nice one. This station.
Yeah,
I really like the special stations that they
shipbuilding
entered.
one.
Ah. Okay, you're getting little hints, but it's still fairly normal. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Ooh. Like the details. Look here, everyone. Somebody likes to read. I think, wasn't this house also one that had a number of balconies and upstairs area?
Yep, there is a lot of different balconies. They're all very tiny and sort of enclosed, but you can link them together if you put the right furnishings down.
Ah, look here.
And there's also a garden, which is quite small, but it's also got some nice views from it.
Yeah, outside terrace. I remember something. Oh, okay. Assembly hall?
Yeah, so this was sort of just put together as a meeting area for if there was ever an event that I wanted to host here, or don't know, just a random idea I had.
Yeah, maybe like I think that there are sometimes events where people do actually lore events and ask a bunch of questions, and people can hang out.
Right.
Oh, maybe something for the future for a social event.
Could be.
Oh, I really like those flowers. They're beautiful.
Oh yeah, the wedding blossoms.
Yes, wonderful light. And in this particular light, it's even more pretty. I really like the blue too. Very nice. So anyone, if you want to host an event and have people answer a bunch of questions, or you want to put on a play, or you want to do an auction or something, call and maybe set up a date.
Yep. Free for bookings.
Perfect.
Right, so I'll show you upstairs first.
Okay.
So this part is the museum.
Ah.
So all the different antiquities and things that he's brought back from his adventures.
Oh. That's an interesting placement of this particular antiquity.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure what to do with it because it's so big. But
Yeah. I feel that. I feel that.
I did originally have something sort of hovering here, but it got repurposed to another house recently. So I'll probably put something back there eventually, sort of use it as a spotlight.
Yeah, it's always nice. I think for that purpose, this actually is a very nice piece because it does, kind of showcase something if you can put something in the middle. Oh, look here, everyone. Oh, the statues. So many artifacts here to see. Very nice. Yeah, I do get a museum feeling here a little bit. And clearly somebody likes red and the ebon heart.
Yep.
Showing off the colors. Oh.
This bit was more sort of me just wanting to have a place to put all these things.
Oh, I really like this. Also that you have added those particular tomes to this particular piece, to this table.
Yeah.
That is really, really fitting.
I do like the guild book collections because you don't see them too often. I think because they take up a furnishing slot and they're so small, so most people don't use them. But
yeah, but
I do like adding them for a bit of detail.
Yeah, and I love seeing them because that's the detail that makes things come more alive or just look way, way better. Really enjoy that. Oh. This is a very nice museum area. Okay, and here we are getting slight hints to... Oh. Very nice. Ah, very much like in the guild. Here, everyone. Beautiful, beautiful museum. Oh, did you turn this one around? This particular piece? The looks like the bottom of, or is this a...
Oh, yes, that is the Vardenfell miniature.
Because it kind of reminds me of the... Yeah, it totally reminds me of that. I was guessing, is this possibly it? It's a very nice use of it. These eggs give off such a wonderful light. Really love it. Look, everyone. Very nice. And it's he's been all over the place. It's very apparent from all the collections, from all possible places on Tamriel and beyond, maybe.
Yep.
Wonderful. I hope everybody caught it, caught everything. If I missed anything, point me please in the right direction. And if you want to come and check it out yourself, come.
So this is the area where I ran out of furnishings, so I've just dumped a load of statues up here.
Makes sense.
So you've got 3 different balconies that lead off here. The 2 side ones on either side of the house, and then the top one. Top one's got the best views, so pop up there first.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I love what you did here. Yeah, that is a very nice view from up here. Can look down into the garden part.
Yep.
Very, very nice. Also perfect place to just have, a little bit of secluded area, but you can still have a good, eye on that whole town beyond this wonderful house.
Yeah, I think that's what drew me to it, is the fact that it feels like it's half in the countryside and half in the town.
Yeah.
So you've got the convenience of being able to step out the front door, and you've got Gonfalon Bay, and you can go to the guild traders, and you can go do crafting writs. But you're also got on the other side, you've got that view of the bay and the mountains and everything.
Yeah, and the sea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Yeah, it's got a little bit of both worlds. Very understandable. Very, very understandable. That egg gives off such a nice light. Everyone, look! Isn't that marvelous? I really love that. Just this warm tinge. Everything glimmers and shines. Mm-hmm. Oh, maybe I should close the door.
So this here is the entrance to the private part of the house.
Oh, okay.
But we'll let you in just this one time.
Oh, that's very kind. That's very kind. Oh. Okay. That's very nicely done. Oh, okay. Very beautiful. Very nice also, but very clear who lives here now or could possibly live here. Let me get this a little bit closer. Yes. Really love the placement of those books. The detail is just, it is everything to me in a house.
You'll see that book in a lot of my houses. I love the name of it.
But very, very fitting. It would, if I had that name, I would probably use it too. Probably incorporate it as much as I can too. Oh, wonderful, everyone. I mean, this is interesting too. I mean, you would probably need something, something to actually make the best cut up there. Not sure this is the best tool though.
Maybe it's just for gardening.
Maybe it's for gardening. Okay. Ooh, hey, who are you? Little tiny friend. I'm guessing there's nothing beyond here.
No, there is.
Oh.
So that leads up to the tower that you were looking out of when we were at the balcony.
Ah, yes, yes, yes.
So you can go up there if you want. But...
Sure. Proper overlook? Yes, of course.
Yeah, so you can see you're looking back at the balcony we were on before.
Yes.
And you can walk all the way around here.
Oh. And you put benches, or at least one bench, to sit, relax, and recline. Yeah, and this is even more so. You do have a good view over the city, the town, and at the same time, there's serenity there.
Yep.
Okay. This is also another bedroom, I think.
It is, yes. The real bedroom.
The real bedroom. Makes complete sense. Really like that you put some fog in here.
Yeah, I love the animated type furnishings. It's a shame you can't get more of them in game though, with gold and things like that.
That's true. It's true.
But they do add a lot to a room.
Yes, they do. And particularly in this one, it is very fitting. I think you had some of that as well in the other houses as well, or I'm mistaken, could also be.
Yeah, I think I might have used it in Ebonheart or something similar.
Yeah, I already really liked it there because it just adds to the atmosphere of the room.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh.
And another one here.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, of course, that window, it shines through.
Yeah, a bit weird because the window has a solid floor between it and here, but
I think a lot of people are a little bit annoyed by some of those windows because this is not the only one that actually does that.
no. Oh, there goes the cat.
Hehe. Looks a little
So
bit.
this-
Yes?
Sorry, go on.
Go ahead.
I was going to say this is meant to be sort of an abandoned part, and that is a door to the garden, but as you can see, it's all shuttered off.
Ah, okay. Yeah, makes sense. Some houses do have that. These attics or wings that have gone a little bit into disarray. Oh, and here. Oh, okay. Even. Oh, now I must see. Aha. Well, looks more of an experimentation room, or also really love. Yeah, the air that I'm getting here is just perfect. Very, very nicely done. Okay, if you don't behave, people, you may end up here. To be nice. Storage room maybe for him too. Really like the detail here.
I think this is probably the room I spent the longest on in the whole house.
Really? That's interesting. How long did it actually take you to create, build, and work on it? Ooh, look.
I mean, the house as a whole, I've been tweaking for quite a while. Just because I live here, so I'm always looking at things and going, "Oh, I'll move that." I think this room I probably spent about 2 weeks on.
Oh.
Just alone. Mostly because I didn't have the right pieces that I wanted, so I was sort of, filling it in as I went and going out, getting more money, coming back, adding a bit more. Yeah, the house has been constantly working since I got it, which is like August, so it's been changing since then.
A constant work in progress, or rather
Yep.
a space that's been lived in. I mean, spaces
Yeah.
that are lived in also are constantly changing. slightly or even drastically even. It's very nice. Very nice. I mean, maybe not if you're not into this style or into the vampiric part of ESO, then you may want to stay away.
That's why I sort of kept it in the side room, because even though I like this style, I don't want to live here. You know, I feel like I like the garden and I like the pretty areas and, you know, the cozy fireplace.
Yes.
When I'm just wanting to relax in games. So I kept it to half of the house, but the rest of the house I wanted more normal.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Why, hello there, Poseidon. Nice to see you too. Wonderful that you can join us. Well, thank you for the privilege of seeing the private part.
You're welcome. So the only part we haven't been to now is the garden.
Oh. The garden, everyone. Hope you're as excited as I am. Ooh. Look at that view. Oh, you've seen this house, Poseidon. Well, now you're going to see it one more time. Yeah, this is a wonderful area. I really can see someone putting their legs up, looking out onto the ocean or the city, relaxing a little bit. Oh, yep. I'm so sorry, dear. Lighting is also really nice in this house. Subtle, not too much in your face. Very nice. So come here if you want to enjoy a good time, put your legs up, be outside, enjoy this wonderful garden. So you did mention that it is basically constantly subject to change. How much gold would you say did it cost you?
Ooh, I'm gonna guess probably around 4 to 5 million.
Oh wow!
But because I've been constantly adding to it, I can't really put a fixed figure on this one.
Yeah.
But I know that roughly 700 slot houses usually come in at least more than 4 million in the ones I've done, at least. So I think that'd be a safe guess.
Yeah. Also, rather conservatively speaking, because I've seen builds in 700 slot houses that probably extend that number a little bit. And you're really close also to the limit, to the slot.
Yes, I'm usually hovering right at it, but I've recently taken a few items out, so a few free slots.
Cassiopeia was really close to hers as well. One slot. Just one.
It's the constant process of finding the one weakest link in your house to take away so you can add the new furnishing.
Yeah. And I mean, there's always new furnishings to come. So you may need a little bit. Look here, everyone. I wanted to show this a little bit closer. Gentle, subtle lighting. Also really like the glowflies here.
Yeah, I do love those.
Yeah, very, very pretty.
So this statue is usually absolutely massive, but it was kind of obscuring the entire garden, so I decided to sink it quite a bit into the ground.
That was a really smart choice.
But normally it is
huge. Yes, yes. I'm wondering. Wait a minute. Where have I seen this one? I think was it Too Slow or someone else's Earth Tag Cavern? They did also a garden theme there, and the statue I think was in the water.
all right.
Very, very nice. So the lighting here again. Very beautiful. Oh.
So this bit is usually inaccessible, but there's no like invisible barrier here, so you can actually just come up and use it if you add a ladder or stairs or something. So I thought, why not?
Yeah, I mean, the boundary is the invisible wall, I think, because, you know, some houses have like chasms, or like in the Lunar Champion of the Lunar, no, Hall of the Lunar Champion, they also have like these huge halls, and you just see where it takes you, and maybe you can just make something very special or nice up there. Very, very nicely done. Do enjoy it. And totally understand why this would be the main residence and home.
Yeah, it sort of fulfills best of everything, I think. Whereas the other houses are a bit more themed.
True. Oh, wow. Poseidon, you spent, what, 20 mil?
Oh my.
Ah. Mm-hmm. Oh, look, everyone. Aha.
So one day I will finish Tales of Tribute and get the actual table for it, but for now, this will do.
It will. So if anybody wants to have a game, come here. Oh, can't get. That's so weird. The camera just did not want to oblige. Yeah, this is a beautiful, nice little cozy place. Also, very clear who is the owner now. In the goblet, or is it wine?
You'll never know.
True. Wonderful. So does anyone from the audience maybe have a question for our designer today? Feel free to ask those questions. We'll try to answer all the questions if we can. Also, what was the first piece, or what's the creative process for you in any of your builds and in this particular house?
So I'm not sure I have a fixed process, but I suppose I kind of go through the same motions each time, starting big and then going down to the smaller things in terms of the impact. So, for instance, if I'm looking at an empty room, I'll go, okay, firstly, am I going to change the room at all? You know, am I going to add a wall? Am I going to add a staircase? Am I going to change the shape of the room?
Yes.
Then do that first if I'm going to, and then start with the biggest furnishings that are going to draw the eye. So statues, beds, wardrobes, the things that are, you know, going to take up most of the room, and then kind of go down from there, and, you know, do like multiple passes adding more detail each time. That's usually how I go about it. A bit like if you're making a painting, you start with a basic sketch and then you add more detail and then you add the color.
Yeah.
So
Makes sense.
but,
Going from big to small also
yeah.
makes sense.
And I like to get the lighting in quite early as well, because I feel like a house without lighting and a house with lighting, they can look very different.
Yes.
So if you design the whole thing and don't put any lighting in and then put it in at the last moment, you can suddenly go, oh, this looks terrible. What was I thinking? So I like to put the lighting in quite early on once I've got the shape of the room down, so I know what it's going to look like when it's finished, but just, with more stuff in it.
Yeah, see, I would actually put the light first and then go about, but that everybody's different. I really appreciate that. Also, the approach that you've explained. Is there always a story to any of your builds, or do you need some kind of inspiration, or do you just see the room and then, or you see the plot and then you decide, oh, that's what I'm going to do with it?
I usually start with a story. I mean, most of the houses I've done, I've started based around a character. So this one was based around Edvard, and then Ebonheart Chateau was based around another character, and same for most of them. But then a couple of them I've done on themes. So Antiquarian's Alpine Gallery, which we're going to next, that one was done purely because I wanted a Christmas house. And there's not much more story than I wanted a house that was Christmassy. So I don't always do a really intricate story, but I like to tell a story with like the placement of furnishings, with the theme and the design, even if there's not a very specific one to it,
Yeah, makes sense. Also interesting that you liked, or that there are houses that you like to build around a character, and that there's also a house that is purely done to tailor to a theme. I really enjoy that. So it's really a broad range of inspiration for you there. That's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's just whatever idea sparks in my mind, and then I go, oh, I can see a build that's finished in this house that I want to do. Yeah, it could be anything that motivates me. For instance, one of the ones we'll go to today, the motivation was that I was looking in my storage and I noticed that I had a big collection of Daedric Prince statues and I wanted to do something with them. And that was the motivation. So
they have to go somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't want them just sitting in storage doing nothing.
Oh, collecting dust in storage. Also, they take up slots in storage.
Yes, although I do have a 700 slot house entirely dedicated to storing furnishings. So
yeah, IKEA. Everybody has one, I'm told.
Yeah. I would recommend it if you're going to get back into housing. It's very useful. Saves putting everything in your bank.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I just I don't have that much furnishings, but I sometimes struggle.
Yeah.
With slots, but that's mainly because supports generally have a lot of sets, and that's why.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah,
Poseidon wanted to commend you on a job well done.
Oh,
Not sure if you've seen that. That's very kind of you, Poseidon. Yeah, that's very fascinating, interesting, and yeah, I totally see that. Sometimes you have a piece, and you think, yeah, that's really, really nice, but what to do with it?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think with some of the more fancier pieces, especially the statues, you can almost build a house around them, and it's just about finding the right house.
Oh. Yeah, location, and real estate. the right place. I see that. Makes sense. Do you actually do commissions, or are you interested in doing commissions for other people, or is there?
I haven't really done much of that at the moment. I mean, I've helped out with other builds, but usually if I'm helping out, I'm doing it for free. Just giving a bit of advice. I'm not sure I'd be into completely building something 100%. I like to work alongside the person whose house it is, because at the end of the day, they're the one that has to live in it. So
Oh. That sounds actually like, an interior designer would do it too. You would want to work with the people who actually would live in the house, or you would want to tailor to their needs, but you basically would not do something all by yourself and then hope that they're going to like it. Yeah, makes sense. So anybody in the audience, if you want to have a little bit of help and a buddy to build things, hit Dreadfather up. Send them messages. Right, how about we did you get a message just now?
He says core.
Okay. Yeah, so how about we jump to the next one?
Yep.
And you can walk us through the process there.